You lollygag the ball around the infield. You lollygag your way down the first. You lollygag in and out of their dugout. You know what that makes you? Larry. Lollygaggers.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our first episode of Lollygaggers. Just a little offshoot of a podcast that Ryan and I come up with, and we needed a person to go with us also, so we brought Parker along with us. But we decided to do this podcast just because we like to talk about a lot of things, and we didn't want to, I guess, handcuff ourselves in a way.
Yeah.
But we like to talk about a bunch of different things. And so this is kind of like just our own little, hey, this is what's on our minds and this is what we're going to talk about. So
it's whatever our little pea brains want to talk about that
exactly.
day.
which brings us to the Lollygaggers, because, we don't really, finish anything, or, we think of something and then we change our minds. And so we're going to lollygag around, and we're probably going to back through this episode. But our first episode is going to be about Disney, which is dear and true to all of our hearts here at this table. We've all been, so let's just go around the table and tell everybody who's here. So Ryan.
Yep, I'm here and ready. It's going to be a fun episode. It's one that we've been talking about, what are we going to do our first episode about? When are we going to do it? And then I sent you a funny video the other night of a guy I follow called the Dad, who used to be a cast member at Disney, and he was talking about changes that he would make to a specific part of one of the parks, and we'll talk about it later, so I don't want to necessarily say what it was, but Matt was like, that's what we could do the first episode about, and I was like, I love it, let's do it. And here we are, 3 days later?
And, of course, they had to get somebody to actually put the episode up, so they got me to come in here and do the technology stuff.
Yeah,
so
we woke him up early for a slumber at 10:15.
Yeah, so if I don't make any sense, it's because I'm still half asleep. They woke me up too early. I'm not used to getting up this early.
So we're coming to you from Gino's. So if it echoes a little bit, we'll work on that. But I guess we're just here. We're going to have a little fun. And so we'll start talking about different things. We're going to go around each park. So each park's going to get its own thing. We're going to talk about things that are already in line to happen and give our opinions on those. And then we'll go to what we would change at each park. So you guys ready?
I'm ready, man.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
I'm excited.
So we figured we'd start with the first park. The first park is going to be Epcot. Epcot is my favorite park, and that's just because I'm an old fart, and all I like to do is walk around and eat and drink and
eat, drink, and be merry.
And it does have my favorite ride in the whole park, which is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Love that ride. Best ride on property. I don't care what you say. You can argue with me, but you're going to be wrong.
Yeah, we know that.
So, see, that's exactly right. Everybody's learning. See, you're already on board. So, as far as Epcot, Ryan, you have that one?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What? Sorry, what?
I didn't know if you know what's coming to Epcot.
Sorry, I don't.
Only
a couple
thing,
other ones, but I didn't even know because they just did. Moana or something.
Yeah,
they added Moana's little water experience, and that's.
Other than that, I don't think there's any construction going on in that.
The only thing that they're redoing, they're going to refresh the Frozen ride. What that means, I don't know what that means. They're going to redo something. I don't know if that means add more lights, which usually it's more LED lights and makes it a fresh coat of paint. And that's usually what they would say when they say refresh. They might throw a couple of new animatronics in there. The biggest new thing coming to Epcot is Soaring Across America.
Yep.
Soaring Across America, and I cannot wait for that because our favorite flight attendant, Patrick, is going to take us across the country. And I don't know what they're going to do. It doesn't really even say what they're going to do, but it's going to.
Didn't they say they were going to do like some of the national parks and things in there?
I would assume
You
so.
would hope so.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Like
thought I
Grand
remembered
Canyon.
reading they were going to do like Yosemite and the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming they're going to go all the way across America.
Yeah.
So that would be like the western part.
You know, they did when they did Soaring Over California, which was the first one.
Yep.
They used part of the Yosemite Falls. They used that part, but that was about it. You know, and then nothing else. You know, I would say they would use national parks.
It's been so long since I even got to ride soaring. I loved it though. It was such a good ride. I didn't get to ride it when we went in October because there's not a lot of things for younger kids at Epcot.
No,
I think that's one thing that Epcot could do to make it a more attractable place for families, because families with young kids like I do, it's either they skip that park or it's a half-day park.
right.
And I really think they're missing out on that.
No.
So,
I mean, when you go, usually the biggest thing for your guys is the aquarium.
the aquarium, yeah.
And I
they
mean,
do
you can
love
spend
the aquarium.
hours in there with your guys with the aquarium.
Yeah, and they
So-
do love Turtle Taco Crush.
Yeah,
Turtle Taco Crush in there is hilarious. Whoever they hired to do those, they're just spot on.
So, Parker, anything for?
Soaring's actually Wyatt's favorite ride.
It's a great ride.
Of course, he loves it because Patrick, which is the voice of Joe in Family Guy. So,
Patrick Warburton.
yes,
Yeah.
Patrick Warburg. But Wyatt loves it because of that. And then I don't know what it is. He loves those like simulator rides like that, where it's like flying. Because he also likes Flight of Passage, is what he told me. Because I was asking him like his favorite rides in different parks, so I didn't change any of his stuff. Because he only rides very limited things anyway. So, but he loves Soaring, so I bet you he's really excited to see what they do, like going across America. Because of course you have like Statue of Liberty you can go to and stuff like
Right.
that. So Niagara Falls, I know it's half Canada, but
Yeah,
They'll go over the United States
Yeah.
Park.
I bet there's a drone fly through the arch.
Oh yeah.
the arch.
You know, I bet you go around Chicago, around whatever it is now, Willis Tower or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I bet you
Sears
see
Tower.
several skyline shots going through cities. Then of course you'll get the Great Plains, of course the Rocky Mountains.
I'd like to see a drone footage of Alaska, even like of Alaska
that'd
and
be
Hawaii. That would be cool.
As far as what I've read is it's going to start in one park like Disneyland
Okay.
and end in another. Now, of course, I could have read that and it could have been totally false because everything you read now it could be fake news. So
They do like to. I won't say that Disney always purposely puts out misinformation just because they want to keep it a secret, but
Yeah.
they definitely will do that.
I can see him pumping some things out like that, just being like, "Oh, here, get them away from what they're actually doing."
yeah,
but-
watch this hand over here, but don't pay attention.
But I am glad we started with Epcot because it's also became my favorite park as well. So, yeah.
I love it too. Like I love the World Showcase, and I like what they did in France when they added the Ratatouille ride.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I feel like with all the countries that are back there, you could add a ride to every country.
pretty
that's
much every
back
country,
there.
yeah.
Like Morocco, you could do an Aladdin themed ride.
Yeah.
You've got
So-
Mulan that you could do.
So saying that, so going on to what we were going to do, add things that we were going to add. I agree totally. Each country needs a ride.
Yeah.
Not those 360 stand-up shows. I mean, listen, we stand enough and walk around enough at Disney. You go into one of the countries, you like a nice place to sit down and watch their show.
Yeah.
If you're going to do a 360 show, maybe put seats in there that will actually rotate 360 degrees where you could, turn in them to watch everything instead of standing and leaning on the leaning rails. I mean,
Yeah.
once
Canada.
again, I'm an old fart, and after I walk a little bit in the Florida heat, or if I go in the winter, it doesn't matter. Your feet get tired. You go in, take a little break, sit down. But I agree. I think every park every country needs a ride.
I mean, they could definitely do it. I mean, there's going to be a couple, like Canada off the top of my head. I don't remember a Canadian themed Disney movie, but you could almost put like.
Could you add Brother Bear?
I mean, I would, as someone that loves Brother Bear, I would love to have a ride like that.
I mean, really though. I mean, Brother Bear. I mean, it was about the Inuit people in a way. That's Alaska, close enough, right?
Might as well rope it together.
It's Canadian adjacent.
I was about to say,
it's Canadian adjacent.
We're all in one happy world anyway, so
well,
that's a different podcast. But looking at the map, talking about that, look at all that space that's behind. I know there's places that the employees have to go.
Yeah, I was like, right.
Now,
those could always be moved further back.
But there's
room.
Yeah, there's room. My thing is on Future World side. Now, we've talked about that. There are at least 2 to 3 abandoned buildings that they could do something with.
Yeah.
Now, where the Guardians ride is, right next to it, used to be the old Wonders of Life building. Mm-hmm. They use that during celebrations and stuff.
The dome, right?
The dome.
Yeah.
They use that for celebrations or stuff, whatever. I know Florida's under a certain contract and stuff with Disney and Marvel, and they can't do something, but that would be a perfect place to put some kind of Avengers campus right next to the Guardians and just connect all that right there together. And it doesn't even have to be Avengers. It could be Pym's Laboratories or something like that. Something that is Marvel. I mean, it is a $1 billion cash cow, and they ought to be able to do something with that. I just hate to see buildings sit there and the only time they use them is Flower and Garden Festival or the Food and Wine Festival. And I know they need spaces to do that in, but still.
I believe I saw a TikTok or something, and I can't remember how long ago. It's maybe a month or so ago. And they were saying that building's condemned now. Like they don't do anything with it anymore with the dome.
Then it's a good place to tear it down and build a new one and make a new campus. So, even if they don't use the existing buildings, that's still land, though, that's being unutilized, in my opinion. Make some, there's a lot of stuff out there, and people are complaining about the prices and everything. Give them something for their money.
Yeah. It's in California where they have like the little dance party with when Star-Lord comes out. Is that California?
Yes.
Okay. A little area like that, even give something for the kids to do.
Yeah.
I was like, even if it's not a ride. Yeah.
Or what you could do, your suggestion that you need to tell everybody.
Well, mine's up here about the outpost.
Yeah, but you need to say it now.
I was going to get there. No, it's good. Well, my idea was between Germany and China, there's the outpost, the African outpost. I've been saying it for years that we should turn that into like a Wakanda. You can have Black Panther walking around. It could be like an interactive thing. You don't even have to have a ride, but you can they have so much technology in the movie that you can think of something for them to do. But I've always said that that little outpost is not doing anything right now anyway. It's just everybody walks past it.
It's a place to stop and get a Coke.
Yeah.
You could even do like what Hollywood Studios does with the Stormtroopers. You know how they do the march at certain times?
Yeah.
Like you could do a Wakanda march.
Yeah.
For starting there. And have the Wakandan army marching.
Have the guards, guards walking around,
like M'Baku coming out.
Yeah, I mean,
that would be awesome.
That'd be so cool. I've been saying that for years. I thought that was a missed opportunity. I know they might not be able to do Black Panther stuff or not, but I'm sure they can.
If they pay enough money, they definitely can. So.
And also Wakanda is also hidden in the movies. I think I was like, Disney could figure out a way to where you can't see it until you get close to it. Yeah.
Listen, and I'm about to tell you my fandom here. If Universal Studios can make it look like you're walking through a brick wall to get to Diagon Alley, Disney can make it look to where like you're walking through some bushes and all of a sudden you're in Wakanda. I think they can figure it out. But I mean, because when you walk there, it's like turn. But when you look at it, it looks like a brick wall.
Yeah.
But then you walk up to it and it's like, oh, I just walked through here and I'm in Diagon Alley. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, could you imagine a kid's face and you're like walking and all of a sudden, there's Black Panther. Yeah. Like out of nowhere. Like,
go ahead.
Something I hope they never touch there, though, is World of Coke. I hope World of Coke always stays.
I agree.
I love World of Coke.
I mean, it's one of the few, I can't spit out, few free things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it's fun. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to take that person that's never been.
It's fun to get the person that's never been. Yes.
And we all know what they have to drink.
Yeah.
So
if you know, you know. If you don't know, we're not going to tell you.
We'll tell you
because it's the best drink there. And whoever takes you there and says, try it, you got to try it.
You need to listen.
You got to listen to them because it's a little hidden secret that all of us know that have been to Disney, that when your best friend takes you to World of Coke and says, this is the one to try, you try it. Because then you'll be like, man,
no hesitation.
Yeah. Then they'll be like, man, why don't they bottle this here? So, one of the other things I've always thought about Epcot was that it needed more countries.
It would be cool.
Yeah. And I know as this crazy world divides itself even more, I always thought Russia would be a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought that, like Wakanda. I always thought an African country, Egypt, would have been cool.
Australia would be awesome.
Australia would be great. I mean, you could probably think of some kind of rides to go with that as well. They all could have rides. I'm sure there's also, each one of these countries have had characters that are in Disney movies. And if you want to like make their own ride, like in Germany, bring the Snow White ride back and put it in Germany. All the people that had a fit when Snow White went away and it became a meet and greet for the princesses. Now put it back in Germany and you can have your Snow White ride back.
And as much as I love the Three Amigos ride in Mexico, that's not the ride that probably should be there.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I was like, you have like Coco you could put there.
Yeah.
And if you want to put on Kanto, but I think they're about to do another park.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
was like, you have many opportunities to do something else besides the Three Amigos ride.
That's the other thing that always bothered me. Everybody was always, and I'm not saying you said that because you think it. It's because everybody's like, oh, this is in this park and this is in this park. There's enough room that we can share people.
Oh yeah.
It's like, so if we have Avengers in this one, we could have Avengers in Hollywood Studios too.
Yeah, sure.
So it's like, because there's enough people to go around.
Especially as long as you have them in completely separate experiences. If they're similar, then
it's like
but as long as they're completely different experiences, then you're like, oh, well, I've got to go here because I definitely don't want to miss out on that, but I definitely want to do this over here because I don't want to miss out on that either.
So, like you have the Wakanda, which would be over here in the countries. Mm-hmm. Then you have the Guardians of the Galaxy, maybe do like Nowhere, you're visiting Nowhere or something like that, some kind of space one over here in Future World. Then when you go to, we'll get to there, but when you go to Hollywood Studios, then you actually do like here on Earth, an Avengers thing, these local ones, Spider-Man, which you can't do Spider-Man because Universal. Long story. All right, I'm sure so
do Stark Tower or something.
Since this is our first podcast, we're still in between of how we're going to break in between each segments. That'll come to us maybe the next show. We'll figure out something, but it was 11 o'clock when we started this, so it was too early for any kind of alcohol for me anyway. I just didn't feel like it, so I was Mr. Pivot it.
Had a Coke Zero
and
not Coke.
And Parker's got Coke, so I mean, we're lollygagging on how we're going to split things. So, but I guess we'll move on to the next park. And what did we say? Animal Kingdom? We said Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom. Well, Ryan, I'm going to let you lead this one because this is your favorite part.
This is my favorite part with my favorite ride. I do. I love take off to the safari.
Okay, I'll give you safari's awesome.
Yeah, every time that's first thing I'm going towards. I actually didn't realize that the park opens at 8 and the safari doesn't start until 8:30. Made that mistake. Started heading back there and I was like, what the heck? I can't even get on this ride yet. So I forgot. But that's my favorite one, man. It's so cool. And again, I've got 3 young kids, and the fact that they get to ride a bus around a nature preserve and just see all these really cool animals that they would otherwise never get to see is always really cool. And actually, they were big enough this time that we rode Expedition Everest.
Yes.
I didn't give them any warning about the Yeti or the fact that the ride goes backwards. Yes. And it was hilarious.
Oh, I bet.
So I did. So 2 of my kids rode together, and then Les rode with Sarah. And I got in a single rider and rode with this woman, and we were talking about it. And she was like, "Is it their first time?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Did you warn them?" And I said, "Absolutely not." She started busting up laughing. She goes, "Oh, so you're one of those dads?" And I said, 100%.
100%. Yeah.
Because I do like Expedition Everest. I wish it was a little longer, but it's a really cool ride.
I saw something the other day about Expedition. Have any of you ever noticed the eagle when you get to the top?
Is it
it's on top of the mountain?
Yeah.
On top of the mountain.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Haven't noticed it.
Yeah. Have you noticed the 10 million hair bands?
I noticed that they clean those up more now than they used to.
What is that about? Like, I never understood why people do that.
Who started that? I don't know. It's like throwing pennies in water. I mean, I guess it's a wish. But,
that what makes you money?
I mean, for Disney, it does. For Disney. Unless they washed the hair bands and then put them on a card and said, "Look, Disney hair bands. Here, we can all wear these." But yeah, that's.
But man, I do. I love Animal Kingdom, and for nothing, like the Pandora part that they added is cool. If it's Avatar's not really my thing. But Pandora is cool to see, like the floating land up there. I've never got to ride Flight of Passage yet, but my kids love the Navi River ride, and it's just a little riverboat ride. But there's really cool visual effects in there, and of course, my kids like that, so we always make sure to do that. I'm gonna miss It's Tough to Be a Bug. I love It's Tough to Be a Bug.
Parker, what are your thoughts on Tough to Be a Bug?
That is the worst experience of my life.
Seeley thought so too.
I have been scarred from that ride since the first time I did it, and oh my gosh, I'm getting nervous just thinking about it right now.
Seeley hated every second of that. As soon as the first little bug crawls underneath your butt.
Yep, that's probably where I freaked out too. Yep.
And it was not a good show for Seeley.
Knowing Seeley, though, he wasn't leaning all the way back to get stung. So at least he didn't get stung by the stingers. Or he would have completely just ran right out and said, F this, Dad.
I was literally having the whole thing during the whole show. But I am going to miss it, but I know they're going to do something cool there with Zootopia. So.
I want to say that's almost getting ready to start, like within the next month or two.
I think March, right?
Yeah. So
let me look real quick. I'm pretty sure it's March, but keep going.
So what is coming? Well, yeah, what's coming? They're actually going to bring in, for all the people that have like little bitty kids, Bluey and Bingo are going to be at the conservation station, which I'll admittedly say I've never done the conservation station, which is, you get on the train and you ride out to the middle of nowhere, and it's a petting zoo.
Yep.
Although they did move one of my favorite things to do out there, and that's learn how to draw a Disney character in a. That's where they moved that to.
Oh, is that where they moved?
Yeah. Which makes zero sense to put how to draw characters in the middle of Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, makes no sense.
I mean, let's talk about animation in an animal park, not at Hollywood Studios where all the magic happens.
Yeah.
So, I mean, once again, don't understand that one.
Oh, Listen, I agree. And I've actually never done the conservation station either.
It's just, you think I've got a lot. I don't have much time because the park is the least amount of hours because they open at 8 and it usually closes at 5 or 6.
I think 5.
Yeah.
Because they don't do the extra special magic hours anymore.
So you've got a limited amount of time there unless you just you hit the highlights of like what you want to do. Yeah. That still takes up to about
after I was there.
So what else is coming is Tropical Americas. That's going to take place in Dinoland. So
I didn't even know that one.
Is that like the Encanto stuff?
Well, the Encanto attraction, which is going to be in that park, it's going to be a new ride where you step into their house.
So this is all expansion behind the current Dino Land, or is this the refurbishment of Dino Land?
This is the refurbishment of Dino Land.
Okay.
Along with the Indiana Jones attraction, which is going to take place of Dinosaur. And Ryan, I know.
Man, I got to ride Dinosaur for the first time when we went in October.
Yeah.
I loved it, mostly because it scared the living daylights out of one of my sons.
Isn't it funny how that just gives you like so much pleasure? I mean,
he had a death grip on me twice that whole trip, and I'll get to the other one in a little bit. But when we rode Dinosaur, what was it, the Spinosaurus that they're looking for? Or I can't even remember.
Allosaurus? They're looking for the Allosaurus, but then the Carnotaurus, the Conosaurus is what's chasing you.
Well, the first time
I know I butchered those names. If we ever get anybody to like actually comment on these, then don't kill me.
I loved it. I thought it was a great ride. Is it outdated? 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
but it was an awesome ride, and I hope Indiana Jones ride that they put there is at least close with how that ride goes.
It should be,
because it's a pretty for it to be a smaller roller coaster. It's kind of a thrilling ride.
Yeah,
like, you can have a good time on it.
It gives you a good back adjustment.
It does give you. That's what I was about to say. The one thing I'm not going to miss from that ride is all the knee scrapes and back problems I have after getting off of that thing. Because, like, I swear, when I get, I'm a bigger person, of course, but when I get in there, my knees are already on the thing in front of me. So as soon as we're like moving, my knees are just like scraping against the thing in front of. So when I get off there, I got like little scrapes on my knee, and my back's all hurting from throwing against Wyatt. And but it is. I love the ride. That movie came out when I was little, so I do like that movie. But it is a little outdated. We've rode the Indiana Jones one.
Yeah. So in Disneyland, there's an Indiana Jones one with the exact same ride vehicles. And it's almost like a Temple of Doom kind of thing.
Okay.
Now it's really cool.
It's awesome.
And from the time I rode it at Disneyland, that was like 2018 when we went. So
18,
I was like, they need this ride at
we both said that.
Disney World, and they now we're getting it, which is awesome. I hated that we're losing Dinosaur, but like Walt said, this place is always changing, always evolving with new technology and everything else. And sometimes things that are out of date have to go away. So this is one of them.
If they can update the carts, that'll be awesome.
Make them just a wee bit bigger.
Just a little bit bigger. Just a little bit bigger.
Pull on your yellow tab. So
so at the lake.
Also, I mean, it's also one of my favorite parks because of the shows that they have there.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. Yeah.
The shows there are really good. Nemo's awesome.
Yeah, The Lion King.
The Lion King's
is
awesome.
my favorite show.
I do want them to, like, I told your dad, when I went in October of last year, it was the same exact show as when I was there 2 years ago. Like, do something different inside the show.
Yeah,
like,
they shortened it last
it was
time.
shorter.
It's always hit and miss. Sometimes you get the tumble monkeys. Sometimes you don't get the tumble monkeys. I'm just saying.
I think the time we went and they didn't have them, I think they were like hurt or something.
Yeah, some
like
of
one
them
of them
hurt.
got hurt in the
And
show before.
some-
Makes sense.
It's just, they take out different parts if there's somebody, is hurt or just not there or whatever.
But the actors that they have singing in that show are fantastic.
Favorite part of the show, though, is the Samoan guy, and I say Samoan, he probably, whatever, Islander, he could be, I don't know what he is, whatever ethnicity he is.
Yeah.
That dude spinning the fire and then the blades at the end.
Yeah.
Steals the show.
Awesome.
Because I like everything else, but man, that dude,
fire on his feet.
he puts it on his tongue.
He licks it.
Yeah. When he goes, I was like, dude, it's like you weren't tough SOB. That's all.
So and a lot, like I was saying with Epcot, a lot of people will see Animal Kingdom as a half-day park.
Yeah,
and it really can be if you only want to get the highlights there. But if you want to see shows, ride Everest, do Flight of Passage, now you got Zootopia coming in, Encanto, do the Indiana Jones ride. Like, it's going to be an all-day park.
So, what would you add?
So I was telling you this last night before, whenever. I would like, there's a huge parking lot at Animal Kingdom that there's like 12 cars in. And
it's true.
Yeah, and
most of the time, if you're going to Animal Kingdom, you're staying at the resort.
Yeah.
And you're taking the bus.
Yeah.
Very few people drive to Animal Kingdom.
Yeah,
I agree. Exactly.
I think that's the 12 vehicles.
And their parking lot's at a totally different spot.
I know why they don't do a firework at night show there for the animals on the preserve, and that makes total sense. But I feel like that if you expanded it out towards the parking lot and got farther away from the preserve, you could do some kind of night show. Even if it wasn't like a fireworks show, you could have a Phantasmic type show there that's like a water feature or something like that, and just have a bunch of characters there that fit in with Animal Kingdom, and not necessarily have to have big, huge fireworks to scare the living daylights out of the animals.
Yeah.
I totally respect. And it gives yourself more room to do something like that. So, and I would like to see that, because I think a nighttime show at Animal Kingdom would be awesome.
I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, it would be. Awesome. Didn't they do that for a short little time in that little lake there?
Yeah, right in front of Asia and Everest and all that. There's that big, huge setting place, and it was boats with lights and everything else. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just people
I never got to see that one. So
people just didn't want to come at night, because night at other parks are, I guess you'd say,
the experience is really cool.
You get more for your money.
Yeah.
Where everything else around there, that's the only thing you're going to get to watch, because everything else is closed.
Yep.
You might get to ride Everest, but everything else around there, or go ride Flight of Passage. But the safari's not going to run.
Right.
Nobody rides Kali River Rapids.
Yeah,
and if they do,
they're crazy.
There's something wrong with you.
Unless you bring a change of clothes.
And you need to bring, everything. I'm talking from shoes to shirt. Yeah. I'm not, because underwear down, because you get soaked.
Yeah. Of course, then after at night, all the shows are already done too. So you basically just have to leave the park after that would be over. Okay. I got one thing I would get rid of as well as add.
Okay.
One thing I get rid of is Kevin walking around. Scares the living shit out of me. Excuse my language.
Sorry for cussing.
Kevin is the bird from Up. He's like this giant bird, and he gets too close to me, and I hate it. And of course, I thought
that was the coolest thing ever.
Oh, did he? Okay, well, dang it.
Yeah,
I guess
Brent thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Of course, then there's also the what's the bird show?
Flight of Wonder.
Flight of Wonder.
Yeah.
I would also get rid of that, because I don't like birds.
I don't like birds either. So I'm cool with that one.
The best part about Kevin, though, was it didn't matter which direction we changed to go away from Kevin.
I swear.
He followed or tried to get in Parker's way, and we were several feet away. There's no way this person inside this costume saw Parker, but divine intervention caused this bird to walk in front of Parker several times, and Parker is like, nope.
I literally had to duck into a store.
He did. He ducks inside this store just to avoid a fake bird.
Whoa,
people.
What do you mean fake?
Okay, a man in a costume.
That's a giant bird.
Okay. I'm not big on real birds like you.
Yeah.
But the Kevin and the giant Kevin is hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
where's the part? What's the part of the park where they play music and stuff and have a show there? It's around where Kevin is, or where we saw Kevin.
It's usually around the entrance, like
it was
heading
by,
towards
like,
Dino Land.
It's on Discovery Island.
Okay,
and so it's before you go across into Dino Land.
Yes.
They also do one in Africa. They do right in front, right before you go into the safari in the Harambe market. The African guys come out and do that. So I don't know what the name of the thing is.
I can't think of it either.
Please don't think that was racist. That's what they were.
When we were there in October, Healy thought it was really cool watching them play the drums and everything, and he wanted to play the drums, and one of the guys was like, come back later and I'll let you play the drums. And I was like, that's definitely not happening. I was like, I am not letting Seeley mess with these drums. I got him to forget about it, but he was like, come back later. And I was like, thank you, but no.
Between Africa and Asia, there's that little spot where they have drums set up. Did you get to do that?
Oh, yeah. We let him do that. That's how I got his mind off of it. We walked by there, and he was like, hey, can I do it? Oh, yeah. He went,
look, we got free drums.
So, but I love Animal Kingdom. I still hope that I think we were talking about Pandora with the new Avatar movies. I think there's more that they can do there if they choose to.
I think they could add something to do with the Way of Water. Now with the new one, Fire and Ash, I think they could add something with it also.
There's so much space over there that Avatar is such a big franchise that they could easily, because every movie that comes out gets close to $2 billion or gets over $2 billion.
Well, then you get Avatar and Zootopia in there, which are
both
the two highest grossing Disney movies of all time.
Then if you add more to Avatar, which there's only you do Flight of Passage, which takes forever because the line's always long, and then the river ride, and then you're kind of done. There's nothing else to do while you're over there. There's a cool little eating place over there, but that's about it. If you could add stuff from
you can go get a green beer.
I was like, add a little water section because the water people in the second movie, or even the fire people in the newest movie, or something like that. There's also sky people now, so it's you have so much opportunity to even add something over there. You can have a sword ride over there if you want, but they already have Flight of Passage, but which is like a simulator ride already, but. Another ride would be awesome over there. What you could do, you could maybe put yourself into an avatar or something. I think that would be awesome.
Pretty cool. The thing that I would add, and I know everybody's been yelling for this for years, is in the logo, and I'll show it to you guys, is a dragon in the middle. Yeah. And there was supposed to be a mythical creatures land.
It's even in the tree. There's a dragon in the Tree of Life.
And from time to time, when you were walking across certain bridges, a puff of fire would come out, like he was in there somewhere, like this fire-breathing dragon. Well, let's have a mythical creatures land or something like that. We're Disney. It's fantasy, so why not? Put it somewhere. You got the Yeti over here. Yeah. That's a mythical creature. Maybe put it over here somewhere and just have mythical creature land, a Loch Ness monster. I don't care what it is. It could be, dragons or whatever, anything. They could think of something.
I was trying to think of what themed ride. Sword and Stone's way too old, but it's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. The Black Cauldron. Yeah, that's old too. Yeah. So, I mean,
Raya the Last Dragon.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I forgot about that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember.
I knew there was one that was recent.
What about and this comes off the Dapper Manatee guy where he said Strange Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Strange Worlds would
Oh,
fit
Strange
in
Worlds,
would fit
I
into
didn't
Animal
see
Kingdom.
that movie yet,
But it would fit into Animal Kingdom because I consider them, were they aliens or animals or both or what? So,
they're just strange.
they're just strange. And put them on there. So
that'd be really cool too.
the Animal Kingdom is the largest park. So it's got so much land. I know they want it for their animals and everything, but there's plenty of room to do new stuff.
Yes.
And there's plenty of I want another show. You got Nemo and Lion King.
What about like a Mulan show in Asia?
They could do that. And with the dragon and all the
there you go, Mushu. Mushu's the dragon this whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I talked about this the other night. Every Disney movie has an animal in it.
Yeah.
Either they're the main character or they're a sidekick. And every one of them has something in there. So it could be any of any of these could have a character in it.
What's the Disney movie with Chris Pratt? It's the animated movie. Him and his brother.
Onward.
Yeah, they could put that somewhere in.
Yeah,
with the mythical creatures.
That's right.
Because that's basically all. That one's all about mythical creatures, basically.
Yeah, and Tom Holland does the voice of the younger character.
I never even realized that.
Yeah.
So
did he?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
I never even realized. I knew Chris Pratt was the older brother.
Yeah,
who
and Tom
is
Holland
fantastic in that movie.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched Onward, it's fantastic.
I do love that movie.
Look, if you didn't know that now, see, look, you learned something from the
if you don't
podcast.
know,
Now you know. Now you know. So, Animal Kingdom's got a lot of potential. At least
I was going to say, there's land in between Africa and Asia, but I was like, I don't want to get too close to the animals that are over there. So I'm pretty sure that's why they haven't put anything in between there. Because I saw that land.
Isn't that where they have the birds that we both hate?
I'm pretty sure that's the area with the birds. But
birds is
because I
just
was
take out the birds and
yeah,
put in a Mulan show.
Yeah, if they turn that into Mushu, I would go there every time I show up.
I'm not going to the bird show
because I love Mushu. I actually watched Mulan the other night.
Birds are right there.
Yeah,
right as you're walking over to Africa.
Because I actually watched Mulan the other night, and I was like, man, they should do something with this because it's still hilarious.
The other thing I'm going to say this, and we already went over 2 parks, but there are some that need, and we'll get to the main one I think needs more places, is Epcot's got plenty of places to eat, but I still think it needs more in the world area.
Mm-hmm.
It needs more things for picky eaters. And I'm going to go ahead and say Parker's a picky eater. You've got picky eaters. So you just can't walk up to Germany and say, give me a bratwurst because somebody don't eat bratwurst.
You know how hard it is to find a chicken nugget in Disney?
Especially in the world area.
It's hard in all 4 parks.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
you get chicken strips. Chicken nuggets are impossible to find.
The refreshment port has nuggets.
Okay.
Or at least they used to.
Okay.
Yeah, unless it's
to
Epcot.
Epcot.
So you didn't go. I'm just saying, so now you know.
Usually.
Now you know where you can go.
America usually has it as well.
America.
America.
America has some of the best barbecue, and I'm glad they do. They also have a great moonshine drink too, so it's pretty good. Also, I can't remember the name of it, but
is that where the turkey legs are too?
You can get turkey legs there, and you can also get, well, of course, you can get them at Magic Kingdom also.
Yeah,
but you can get those there.
Well, see,
the smokehouse.
Fun fact: that Manatee guy, he would, if you're the first guy to get a turkey leg at the Outpost or at the World Showcase at Epcot, you are get the pit expert or something for the day, and your turkey leg's free, and then your name's up there as the pit expert all day too.
No kidding. See, I learned something else.
Yeah.
Guess what I'm going to do now? I'm going to try to run. Be like,
that's
rope dropping a turkey leg.
That's what he said. So that's what he did. I watched one of his videos. That's what he did. He goes, because I wanted to make sure I was the first one in line. He was like, so I had to wait around for 45 minutes. Nobody else ever showed up.
Could you
He
imagine?
goes, so I just made my family wait for 45 minutes for me to get a turkey leg.
Oh my god!
Well, all right. Let's we'll move on to the next one. the next park, and on our list that needs, and we're going from what we thought was the least up to the one that needs the most done to it, we thought, is Hollywood Studios. And I think we put this one here is just because it's got so much freaking potential, and there's just so much stuff that it's just...
Man, they've crammed so much into such a small space here.
It's really, like one of the smallest parks besides Magic Kingdom.
And it is, I mean, it's just one thing on top of the next on top of the next, I feel like, here.
Yes.
So
like, there's not... It's such a sensory overload that, like, you don't ever get a break. Like, even when you're walking, like, if you're walking from Africa to Asia, you at least get a little sensory break of, okay, de-stress here, walk, kind of plan out your next thing. At Hollywood Studios, like, if you're not right, like, if you have fast passes or anything like that, if you're not right on top of that, holy cow, like.
And that's the best part about that is that it's small.
Yeah.
And it don't take very long, but still, you're right. It's like, man, you got to. And the thing is, fast passes never work out to where it's like bang, bang, bang.
Right.
It's like, I'm on this side of the park and I got to go to the other side of the park.
Yeah. With that.
Parker, you can start off with this one.
We starting off with what we're going to add, or just
whatever.
Well, you want me to do what?
I didn't know what
coming
they
in.
were coming. I was like, it's going to be Avengers stuff. Not going to lie, I'm just kidding.
I understand.
No, actually, I was going to do a little Star Wars.
I figured you would.
I got something to say about Star Wars.
Yeah. I didn't realize how congested this is. Looking at them, I never it's been a long time since I've looked at a map of this. Oh my gosh!
What's coming new is a new Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run story. This one's going to have Mando and Grogu.
Yeah. The ride still sucks.
It sucks because you get a 3-year-old running how to run the pilot, and you run into everything.
And then the story's just ruined at that point.
Yeah, because all you're doing the whole time is going bang, bang, and your ship's shaking, and
it's like,
it's
dude,
terrible,
get off the wall.
It's a terrible design. It ought to be like you have to do other things. The thing ought to fly itself. Like Chewie ought to be flying the ship.
Yeah.
And it flies smoothly, but then everybody else have another job.
Yeah, it's almost like Mission Space, where all you got to do is hit a button.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just hit a
The other one, and I'm gonna hold off on that one. Okay. Then we got a new Disney Junior Mickey Clubhouse live show.
Did you skip the rock?
Yep, I did.
Wait a
That's
second.
fine.
Okay. And then we have a Magic of Disney animation, and that's probably going to be where the courtyard, the Star Wars launch bay, is going to be. Okay. So that's like more of Disney animation, kind of like an animation studio. Maybe they'll move back how to draw stuff back to it.
Yeah, which would make perfect sense.
Who was thinking about that one? I am glad that they refresh the kid shows all the time. I wish they'd lean in more to the Hollywood side of it sometimes.
So, I mean, they did get rid of what used to be where Mickey and Minnie's railroad
movie ride.
Yeah, the great movie ride, which was outdated, but they could have refreshed
it
with.
Like I said, though, they can you can change the movies that are in there. All right, so the big one is. They changed Rock and Roller Coaster, starring the Muppets, and took out Aerosmith. That's the big one that's coming. So I'll let you talk about that for a second.
Oh, here. They had, I guess, all the talking about rumors and stuff where they try to mislead you everywhere.
Yeah.
Muppets was the last thing it was out there, but I was like, oh, they're not going to pull Muppets. After just getting rid of it,
right?
I was like, they'll find something else to put the Muppets on. But I was not expecting them to put them in the Rock and Roller Coaster.
The Rock and Roller Coaster.
When I think of rocking, I don't think Muppets immediately.
I agree.
Of course, Dad was like Metallica because Dad loves Metallica. I was like, that would be cool. I was like, they kind of came back recently because of Stranger Things.
Yep.
But of course, then you have like AC/DC that's huge. You have Queen that's still huge.
Yeah, the Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, the movie. I was like,
I know it's several years old now, but
I was like, yeah, it is several years old now, but I was like, there's so many huge bands that they could have just like easily put that in there and just refresh that ride. But going Muppets just kind of confused me.
you know, the only thing that I can think of is they still own the rights to Muppets.
Yeah.
I'm sure they had negotiations with at least one or two of these big bands to say, hey, is this something that you might be interested in doing? And the only thing I can think of is that negotiations fell through with other big bands that they were thought were a timely band where, hey, we won't have to do anything with this for the next 20 years again.
Yeah, because
and they're never going to say, hey, we failed negotiations with X, Y, or Z band. They're not going to. So that's the only thing I can think of is just they tried to do it another way, and they were like, you know what, screw it. We've got the rights to Muppets. We'll make the Muppets rock.
Do the Muppets. Yeah.
And it's by far the best roller coaster, in my opinion, roller coaster there.
I like it. I think it's the best one. I don't like the retheming. I understand they had to do something with Muppets because they had Muppets.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with Muppets? They've already taken down Muppet Vision 3D. Where were they going to stick them? Like you said, have they negotiated with everybody? You know, could they just pulled a bunch of songs and just call it the Rock and Roller Coaster and played a variety of songs like they do on Cosmic Rewind? Why not, right? I don't know if you guys talked about that.
No, I didn't even think about that.
But, I mean, here's what I'm hoping, and I know it's probably not going to happen, but at least let the Muppets play their version of rock and roll songs.
That would be,
that would be better anyway.
Like let them play, Back in Black, or or something, or Enter Sandman.
I was like, if I hear him sing Enter Sandman, I'm gonna be like, all right, this is. I don't know if I'm.
He's gonna think it's tough being green.
That or somewhere,
somewhere over the rainbow.
Rainbow connection. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that while I'm going upside down at 65 miles an hour. So,
and listen, I liked Muppets 3D.
It was. I mean, it's a classic Muppet show.
Yeah.
I mean, the old guys up in the thing, and Disney still is nostalgia in a way, and it still has to bring in the people that have the money, grandmas and grandpas, to bring their grandkids in and say, I remember this when I was growing up. And they still have to do that. And then I know there are people that now they're having kids that are growing up with, like Brother Bear or Treasure Planet or Atlantis, all those weird shows that, I like that nobody else really cared about. Yeah. But they still had to bring them in.
And I think that, that's the thing that you could do with little kids. Even the first time my kids went when they were 6, we could take them and watch Muppets 3D.
Yeah.
And they had fun. It was semi-interactive because there's stuff popping out of the walls. I feel like they keep taking the stuff that's for younger kids. And
not everything can be a thrill ride. Yeah. Not everything can be a thrill ride. I would love for everything to be, what I would ride. Yeah. But it's a kid's park, and like I said, it's a kid's park. Grandmas and grandmas are going to pay the bill to, take their grandkids, or their moms and dads take their kids. But there's nothing for them to ride. They're not going to bring them, So, and like you said, they take that away. That's one less thing in this park. And there's really not much in this park except for in Toy Story that they can ride. I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, they could probably ride Smuggler's Run. Then you have Star Tours.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah, that was going to be one of the things I was going to talk about.
Okay, so we'll go back to you then.
Yeah.
Because I've said my piece on Rock and Roller Coaster. I was not a happy camper when they got rid of Aerosmith. I love Aerosmith, but I mean, I was okay if they got a different band. But I mean, I understand you got to use the Muppets.
It was time for Aerosmith to go.
Sure.
It was just they're not as popular as the bands I brought up a while ago, but
You knew the ride was in trouble when they took away when he was doing the shocker. It was the shocker like this on his forehead.
Yeah.
And when they took that away and made him do like this. So, but yeah, when he first did it, he was doing the little shocker symbol on his head, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's nasty." And so they digitally took out one of his fingers or something. I forgot how they did it, but yeah. Go ahead. I just didn't mean to interrupt.
Do you want to go ahead and go to the
Yeah, let's do what we're gonna change.
Of course, I'm just going to go
change.
I'm going to go straight to Star Wars. There, of course, I would change. Rise of the Resistance is almost perfect. Smuggler's Run is almost the worst ride. It's like you go over there and it's like two completely different rides. And now they literally are. But you have like the experience of Rise after you get going like through different things, and you're like so immersed with the stormtroopers, and you're like, oh my gosh, I was on this, and I'm in a different spot or stuff like that. And then you go ride Smugglers, and you're worried about this 2 or 3 year old trying to pilot this ship, and then you're running into stuff. Of course, we've already talked about that. So I don't know what they could do to change that. Because going in there and being in the Millennium Falcon's so cool. And then you get on the ride and you're like, this just sucks. Like, what am I doing? This little kid doesn't know what they're doing.
The only way to really do that ride is if you have 6 people. And if you have 6 people, because then all 6 spots are taken, and some little 5-year-old's not going to be going, hit the thrusters, and be like, run you into a wall, and that's the other design flaw. The right side guy, the left side guy, and the right side guy shouldn't be able to control up, down, right, left. I mean, it's like just control the ship. It's like one guy shouldn't be able to go, I'm going to go up and down, and that's all he does. And the other guy go right, left, and that's all he does.
Because
Who thought of that idea?
Me and Wyatt actually were pilots one time, and Wyatt was the up down person, and so here all I'm doing is just dodging stuff that's coming, and Wyatt is putting us in the ground. There, I'm like, dude, come on! There's this thing we got to get right here. It's right in front of us. So I was like, oh my god, this sucks. But you could literally turn it into like a mission space where all you have to do is hit a button and stuff like that. And I think that would be cool enough. It's already really immersive anyway. If you can add in Grogu and Mandalorian, it sounds awesome. But if the experience on the ride is still the same, it's still going to be bad to me. Of course, now another thing I would also change is like I would love to add more space, like another like planet or something. That would be awesome. But Star Tours, I love Star Tours. They need to really update it, because the last time I rode it, I can't tell like how off it is. But this last time I rode it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is bad. Now I know why people get like sick on it.
I had to stop riding it because I can notice the slightest difference in the picture and the movement. And if it's off, I mean, a half a second to a millisecond, sometimes I can go, oh, and I had to close my eyes. And it's any simulator is like that. I can tell. And I'm just sensitive like that. I'm a sensitive guy. But, and it just drives me nuts. And because I love Star Wars and I want to ride it. And every once in a while I'll get on and I'll go, gonna try it. Maybe they fixed it. Every time it's worse.
It's
it's either that or they need to move it over to Galaxy's Edge and get it out of wherever it is now.
Yeah, it's like over nowhere. It's not. It's like you get on that and go towards Galaxy's Edge. But I would change it if they change it. My idea was to change it to like a pod racing. I think if you could like get in there and be like, oh, I'm in the pod race, that would be so cool. I think one of the scenes in Star Tours, one of them does have you go through the pod racing, but they also need to, if they're going to keep it, they need to update those, because I get the same 2 every time. And I'm like, I don't want to go where the Wookiees are. I love Chewie. If you give me Chewie, it's fine, but I don't want to run into Dave. And he gets on my windshield. Come on. I don't know who that is.
this is on me. I forgot. There was one part because we were talking about where Star Tours is, and there, I forgot. Monsters Inc.
See,
is
I was
coming.
actually going to ask.
Yeah,
you. I knew there was
Monsters
a
Inc. is coming. It was past an ad, and I didn't get to scroll down all the way. But it's going to go where Muppet Vision was. So that's where Monsters.
And it's going to have like
now,
doors. And
it's
stuff.
going to have a suspended roller coaster.
Cool. Yeah, I saw
now,
that. I saw the.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And I've said that since the freaking movie came out with the doors swinging through.
Yeah.
I said this would be a great ride. Have them going through that plant, with the doors swinging. I was like, and now we're falling them or something.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Getting chased by Randall.
Getting chased by Randall. I mean, that's I can't wait for Montropolis. I think that's what the name of the place is. So.
I knew that was an update coming, but I couldn't remember what park it was.
Back to Star Wars. The newest thing that I've seen is that Disneyland, which this is another thing. I'm going to rant here just for a second. Yeah. Why does all the other parks get all the good stuff, and then and Florida doesn't get jack crap? I mean, they get all these nice upgrades. I watch all these videos, and they tease me. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Disneyland Paris. And I watch this other video. Oh, man, yeah, that's great. Look at it. Tokyo.
Yeah.
What in the heck? I mean, do we not pay money here in the United States? Now, I'm not saying that as saying go USA. I'm just saying it's like one of the original parks.
Yeah.
It ought to get, once again, you're about money, making money. Why not put it in all the parks? I understand you want to be able to have an exclusive thing where you go, you got to come to this park to see this. But really and truly, how many people from the United States are actually going to travel to Tokyo or to Hong Kong or to Paris? And I do have friends that went to the Disneyland Paris. So, but still, I would love to. But you've got 3 kids, and I know they're all cheaper because I planned out a Tokyo trip on the thing.
They are actually cheaper.
It was $3,000 cheaper to go to Tokyo than it was to go to Florida. Yes, and that was staying at one of their top hotels next to Disney.
It's ridiculous how much cheaper
it was insane. It was insane.
I saw the same thing.
The ticket to get in was like $70. And I was like, 194 is for a day at 190 something.
I went down a wormhole one day, and the Japan one has like insane merchandise. They have like the license they have over there. They can do whatever the hell they want, and the merchandise, like the Mickey ears, anything you can think of, they've got it over there. I was like, it's just ridiculous of what they can do.
So now I have to go to eBay and look at Japanese.
Yeah, probably
Disney World.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that'll scare you away. Watch Rope Drop. They pack it. You think Rope Drop at Disney World's bad? You're talking about like a sea of humanity to get into Tokyo. Okay. It's insane. It's insane. But so anyway, now back to after getting off that, Disneyland in Disneyland California is going to add some of the original trilogy characters to Galaxy's Edge. So they're going to have like Luke Skywalker, and they're going to have Han Solo and Princess Leia, and probably even Darth Vader, and all those. How they're going to tie it in, I don't know.
Hey, I don't care.
But my whole part is like it's a Star Wars world. Bring them in.
Yeah.
Why can't we?
If they had a Darth Maul walking around.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd speak because that's my favorite character. So I'd
have a little robot Yoda walking around.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. But I hate that even in like just the states, California it feels like they get most of the stuff first, and then they're like, oh, let's transfer it over to the Florida.
I think it's just because of Universal in Florida.
I'm pretty sure that's probably it. There's probably stuff they can and can't do over in Florida that they can in California.
Anything, Brian, you'd change?
Just Just make it bigger. Like I said, it's just so congested.
Yeah, looking at a map, I really didn't
Yeah,
realize how
It's just,
congested it
I'm
was.
telling you, it's one. My big change isn't even an attraction. Sorry, joke. It's a food place there because I love the theming of the sci-fi dining.
Yes.
I think it's so cool. The food there is garbage.
Yes.
Agreed.
It is garbage food. If the food was better in that place, that would be like I would eat there every time I go. But instead, I've been twice because I went the first time and the food was terrible. But the ambiance in it was so cool. So I was like, all right, I'll give it one more try. Well, again, the food was garbage. And I was just like, all right, this place is really cool, but I'm not eating garbage food every time I come here.
No,
Fantasmic is my favorite nighttime show. I think I've made that clear to you several times. I love Fantasmic. I'll never not go to Disney and not watch Fantasmic as long as it's there.
it's been a while since we've watched it.
Yeah, it's been since I was in high school.
I love
It was
Fantasmic.
my senior trip.
And I love the Tower of Terror, which is the other ride where Les had a death grip on me.
That's another one. I wish they changed that to Guardians, like they have it in California. That one, it's like Breakout or something like that.
Yeah.
It's
See, I
Operation
love
Breakout.
the theming of it.
but
Like, think
I understand why they don't. 'Cause that's the only reason I don't.
it
like
doesn't
that,
fit with anything else that they have.
Yeah.
But it's also like Hollywood Studios. So to me, it's like a different stage of each. You know, it's a different stage set of each place you go.
Right.
And that's like it's awesome. Like all the hotel workers and everything are all dressed up.
All the character.
It's great. Like to me, that's top notch.
Yeah, I do love the shows they have there. Frozen,
Frozen, Ever After.
Frozen. The characters are always hilarious.
Yep.
It became one of my favorite shows. Are they getting rid of Indiana Jones?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. are
No, but they stopped the boulder for a while because the boulder got
the
loose.
boulder got loose.
I did hear about that.
Yeah.
But they said it's like a 400-pound boulder, but I don't really believe that because you watch two people like literally push it up the hill like
it's
this.
a 400-pound.
It took out the dude that
Was
stopped
that
it from
cast
going
member?
into the crowd. I mean, it was bouncing.
He took
it. He took it for the team too, and it knocked him down. He had to get stitches and everything.
It has to just be a giant rubber ball.
The way it bounced, it has to be.
But how did it get loose?
I don't
Because
know.
it's not like that thing.
This is the first time I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Did you see the video?
I did not see the video.
So it comes out of its little holder. There's an edge.
Yeah.
And it clipped this edge. It must have got too far to the left and clipped the edge and sent it over the other side. So it's like when it rolled out, instead of it being on its little path, it was too far one way and it clipped it, and it just like a rubber ball bounced right off that edge and went out down the thing. And next thing you know, everybody's like going, "There's a giant boulder coming to the crowd," and
You
then
got
this
a cast
dude
member
just
sitting there like this.
He just does this like, "I'm going to stop it," arms spread out, and then just like cartoon splat, just takes it. You know, at least he stopped it though.
Just think how I love that show. Like I love the Indiana Jones show, but I love the Indiana Jones movie. So like I know I'm biased on that, but just think how boring of a job it would be to be a fake sound engineer or a fake cameraman. That's your job at Disney.
I couldn't imagine
to be the fake cameraman or the fake sound engineer at that
Imagine
show.
your family goes and be like, "Hey, watch me! I'm that guy that records right there."
Wasn't the one guy, the one German mechanic guy? He was a wrestler.
Yeah, he was an old wrestler. Yeah.
Old wrestler. I forgot where.
He's not a German mechanic anymore, but because he's not German, he's Samoan.
I know.
But
the whole movie, though, if Indiana Jones, he's a German mechanic, so that's what the movie was. They were Nazis, and I don't care.
I guess they got rid of the Nazi stuff.
Yes,
but he's now the big tall guy that he fights. And
he fights.
The other show there, Beauty and the Beast, will always be one of my favorites to go to too.
It is. It's just fun to. It's almost like watching a little Broadway play.
Yeah, I wish they had more plays like that because that one really feels like a Broadway play, and I think that would be kind of cool. They could do this is random. They could do the fake Loki one where they have like the episode where they have Matt Damon.
They could do that. They could do. They could do so many.
But I think they could do stuff like that.
There's so many different, shows. I mean, they could even do a Toy Story show.
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of cool. A Toy Story show.
Oh yeah.
But there's just so I'm with Ryan on this. It's so compact.
Yes.
I like it being compact one way where it's easy to get to everything quickly, but then again, it's just like
You're always in a sea of people.
yeah.
Always.
There are so many bottlenecks that it's not even funny.
Well,
There's
now
no
that
place to spread
now
out.
that one bridge and walkway after you leave Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway to head to Toy Story Land, they've got it a one way because it's so congested there.
Oh, really?
When I was there in October, you had to go down the steps to go to Toy Story Land. You had to go up the ramp to go back into go to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
I didn't know they were directing traffic.
Yes, there was literally people saying to go down with a sign that said arrow this way, and then to go back up the ramp. It was just a person standing there to go back up.
That's crazy.
Because it
I
is
can
so
make sense.
congested.
Yeah, it
there.
is very
So
congested right there.
They made those one ways.
One thing that I would like to see them bring over from Disneyland is the Walt animatronic. I don't know if you've seen this, but he's got his own animatronic. It's like one of their top of the line newest animatronics, and he tells his little story from his office. It would fit perfect in the animators. You have his one man's dream show. I think this animatronic is just above and beyond anything they've made so far, though. So,
yeah. Speaking of animation courtyard, I do like that. Is that where the villain show is, or is that next? That's next to Sunset, isn't it?
It's over. It's over next to
Sunset.
yeah.
That's next to
Rock and Roller
Coaster. Yeah.
The villain show is pretty cool.
It was really
that. Yeah.
It was really cool.
They bring out 3 villains, and they get to tell their story, and you get to say which one has,
Which one's the most misunderstood?
You're and you vote as a crowd. I guess wasn't there a little video?
No, I think it's by how loud they.
Oh yeah, it was you cheered for them. So, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
And as much as you love Guardians, that's how much I most love Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I love that ride.
Dude, I like it. It's almost like it's the same kind of ride as Ratatouille.
Yes,
but
exactly.
It's better. It's a better story.
Yeah,
because I like Ratatouille.
Yeah,
but
Goofy
being the conductor, and you're going into the cartoon.
That's my favorite part. Is when we go into the screen to go into the cartoon, and you go back out the same way, and it's like, oh my gosh.
So
magic.
But there's a lot of room to do stuff, and I'm with you too on the food. They need more.
It feels like
you've got
common occurrence besides Epcot.
The only place we ever eat is the backward.
That's where we go.
That's the only place that we eat, really, because Commissary Lane, we did that a couple times.
It got bad.
I ate at Pizza Planet or whatever, Rizzo's Pizza.
It was Pizza Planet at the time.
And got deathly sick. Don't like it. There's nothing on Sunset Boulevard except for little walk-up things, and then you got to fight to find a place to sit in the sun. And so that's what I want to do on a hot July day.
What's that sit-down restaurant? It's like Brown Derby.
Yeah. No, it's
really
it's high dollar, and for people that have kids and picky kids, it's just not worth the stop. Then what else? At 50's Prime Time, it's also a sit down, and then you have Hollywood and Vine, which is a character meal.
You have Toy Story,
and then the new Toy Story Roundup barbecue place, which again, if you got picky kids, they won't go in there and eat. So, but I would love to go eat there just to try that one.
Yeah,
Star Wars needs a place to eat besides the Ronto Raptor. The canteen needs seats, period. It's once again, they took a cue from Epcot, and if you've been standing for a while and you go in a place to have a drink and a little snack, you got to stand and eat it.
It's like they're encouraging people to leave. They're like, we don't want you to stay.
We don't want you to hang around
but they
and enjoy the atmosphere.
That's when you wear one of those little things that I've seen people wear that
Yeah.
attaches to the back of you, and when you go to bend down, it adds like the legs behind you. And
Yep.
you
All right, and then last but not least, the one that started it all,
Yep.
and Magic Kingdom. So there's already a lot being changed at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, it needed it.
Parker's favorite park, if you can't tell.
Well, I really, we were saying this before the podcast, but being older, not having kids,
Yeah.
it became my least favorite part. But go ahead if you.
Well, it's it has become my least favorite part, and it's the park, and it's not because of what they offer, it's because of the individuals there. That is the most, and this is an opinion, the most rude park
Oh yeah.
that I've been in. The workers are rude. The people walking around are rude. And I know that's because it's 1,000 degrees and the moms and dads are mad at the kids because they're crying and wanting something. And everybody's got, and it's stroller city. And listen, you get run over. And listen, Lord forbid we have any common courtesy here to where we just don't cut in front of people or stop in the middle of the walkways with our strollers. But, it's just become like when I go to the other parks, especially Epcot, and that's why it's my favorite, the people are just so nice. All the workers are nice. They're glad that you're there. They're like, hey, have a nice day, and talk to you while you're in line. These are just like robots and mad at the world because they've got to put somebody on Pirates of the Caribbean, and and just I'm like, you're working at Disney World, you're inside one, you ought to be happy.
Yeah.
Well, so I can personally say I didn't really see that this time, but we also didn't do a park ticket that day because we went to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. So you had to have a ticket to that event to get in. So it was still a ton of people.
Yeah.
But it's not near as much as what's a park day. So I thought we got around fine, but again, we didn't have a regular park day there.
Right.
We got to get in, I think, 2 hours before the party started or something like that. So we
Yeah.
did
Yeah,
get
you did.
a couple hour early access there.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of people then, but you could really see people starting to file out. So I didn't really have that problem.
So what's coming already on the books? Big Thunder Mountain's getting a refurb. They should be open back up this spring. Buzz Lightyear is getting a refurb. They're going to update a lot of the technology.
Thank God. That was the hardest thing to aim, I swear.
They're redoing the guns and all that.
Good.
I think that's what
that was actually going to be one of the things I was going to.
handheld blasters now, so you get to take them off and use them that way. Villain's Land. No timeline on this yet. So doesn't say. All the others were like spring of 2006 or 26. Villain's Land, no timeline. Piston Peak National Park, new Cars themed land. This land is going to replace that. Still no date on it. They started working on it this year or 2025. Not this year, but so it's coming because they've already taken it off the map. They've already got walls up and everything. This one I didn't know about. They are going to update Disney's Carousel Progress.
Really?
The beloved show is set to receive, I'm reading this from Undercover Tourist, is set to receive an update that will include a new auto-animatronic figure of Walt Disney himself.
Oh, that's good.
There you go.
Similar to the one found at Disneyland Park. See, look, if
There
I just freaking read, people, additional details about what John and Sarah and the rest of the family have been are still to come. So they really don't know.
Well, cool. what it was back in the day. And if you never tell them, then they never know. So
another ride for history purposes.
Do you think when they add monsters to Hollywood Studios that they'll move the Laugh Factory out of Tomorrowland into there?
Okay, so now we'll get into what we think they ought to change. If they do that, I mean, I can see them when we talked about this a while ago. It doesn't have to be, but why not, right? Mm-hmm. And why not redo Tomorrowland and add more, more intellectual property, or it doesn't even have to be that, just more futuristic stuff, But I could see them doing that. Why not? I
hope it's something that I love Monsters Laugh Factory. I make sure and go every time, just because I want to be that guy.
I was that guy one time.
I want to be that guy one time, and I've never been that guy.
I was that guy one time only. I never was the churro guy either, though. This guy's buying you churros. I was never that guy.
Been to anything. Have you ever been?
No, I've never been to anything.
Yeah. The thing is remember, if you're Randall, you just got to duck out of camera. Mike Wazowski, you got to cover it.
Close enough.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, no, I would be okay with them moving that over and then opening that up to something else. Because what started this whole podcast, this whole episode, was the Dapper Manatee guy talking about changing Tomorrowland. So I agree with him 100%. And if you guys, want to give him a follow, that's fine. Dapper Manatee's on TikTok or, Instagram, Reels.
YouTube,
he might have his own YouTube. But the biggest thing, and I agree with him 100%, is you got to get rid of the Speedway. And I agree with him. Everybody was like, change it into, Candy Rush or whatever it was, from Sugar Rush or whatever, from
Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah. Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Oh, well, change it into that. Yeah. And change the cars to electric, but it takes up, if you look how much ground it takes up that where you could add other things.
You could put 2 or 3 things just there.
Yeah. Because the rides really that go in Magic Kingdom aren't like the rides that go in the other ones that take up huge footprints, like huge buildings. Now you could probably put in maybe 2 rides that are bigger, dark rides, I guess, like those kind of rides, like Haunted Mansion. But if you've ever seen the Haunted Mansion, then like seeing an aerial picture of it, the building behind it that actually has the ride is huge. It's like, it's a monstrous building because it's got to go through everything. Huge.
Yeah, it's got a huge footprint. You definitely can't tell from the looks of it.
I like his idea of expanding the People Mover.
Yeah.
I like the People Mover. It's a place to sit down and you ride through. Because, I'm not going to, like you said a while ago, and I don't know if we said this on air or not, the Astro Orbiter.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
That's the only ride I've almost thrown up at Disney other than Star Tours was Astro Orbiter, and that's a little kid's ride. And it just goes in circles, and you're in a little spaceship, and all it does is just go in circles, and it's awful.
What? You could do more stuff. We already got the Tron ride, but you could do more stuff with Tron if you really wanted to. His other thing was make a Soarin' type ride to go through different, Tomorrowlands, like Strange World or Meet the Robinsons or even Treasure Planet. I think that would be, that would be kind of cool, flying through that kind of galaxy. Because they've got the technology and that simulators don't take up a lot of space. So if you think about that, it wouldn't. Your queue line would be the biggest part compared to the ride.
Yeah.
So what else would you change? Anybody?
Like I know there's a lot of older stuff in here. Like Pirates is old.
Yeah.
And Jungle Cruise is old. but I love them both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. Those are hard to change because I love those too.
And they just refurbished and did Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yeah.
Which I think we were talking about this before we started, but it's the visuals in there is awesome, but the storyline that they took with it was not my favorite. Matt hadn't wrote it yet, so he's going to have to write it to see if he agrees with me or not. But
It's one of those rides, though. It's like at Magic Kingdom, I have my favorites. I go Jungle Cruise, and then there's no particular order. Jungle Cruise, Pirates, Haunted Mansion,
And then I'm
Big
out of
Thunder
there.
Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain. You can throw that in there, and then if I can get
I didn't
Tron,
like it.
if I can get Tron on a virtual queue, or if I Lightning Lane or whatever, I'll ride Tron. But then other than that, then I'm pretty well okay. I'm done. If I can get Peter Pan, that's just nostalgia.
Yeah.
I like Peter Pan.
Underrated for me is Philhar Magic.
I love Phil Hartman.
Philhar Magic's a great show.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
love that
consider
show.
it a show. And don't forget your Opry glasses. So
And then Donald sit in the wall
yeah,
behind.
Yeah, I love Phil Hartman too. And like I said, when I was there this time, we went to the Not So Scary Halloween party, and that was one of the places where you got candy. I think I told this before we started too. And they had Ichabod. It's not called Sleepy Hollow. It's Ichabod Crane's Sleepy Hollow or something like that. But they had it playing, and you could actually sit down and watch it after you got your candy, and that was cool. So, I mean,
I love the Halloween. It's
It
just
was
that
really good.
the Halloween party was fantastic. I was so glad that you
That's a lot of
along with
candy.
a lot of people. Yeah, dude.
It's
So
a lot
I
of
think
candy.
we stopped at 4 places and had 5 bags full of candy at 4 stops. Like, it was nuts.
Your next party has to be the Christmas
Oh,
party.
yeah.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah, I'll go to the Christmas party. But I mean, I get why it's not y'all's, but I've got such little kids still that
Yeah.
everything there's still awesome. Like we can go ride thinking Aladdin's Magic Carpet Ride.
And they're like, this is
yeah,
awesome.
and they love it, and
Yeah.
that ride's terrible.
And it's a 10-minute wait. It's like
Yeah.
I'm on, or you with the it doesn't take that long. It's
No.
like on and off.
Well, what's been crazy is like there's times where we go, Peter Pan's like 80 minutes.
Yep.
And then you go, oh, like, let's look over. It's a Small World. It's 50. You're
Yep.
like, what's going on? I don't know what else they could
They're
do.
just
They're
nostalgic rides, and they can't get rid of
that's
them.
basically what this park became is just a bunch of nostalgia that if they got even updated some of these rides, people would throw a fit.
Yeah.
Because there's a cool Pirates of the Caribbean ride in I think it's Hong Kong, but
It's a newer Pirates.
it's a newer Pirates,
Yeah.
and it looks so cool.
Oh,
but I
yeah.
was like, they couldn't do that here because they couldn't change the Pirates here at all. And I don't know if I would want them to because I love that ride so. But
Yeah, I mean,
Is it
it's a
yeah.
cool ride.
Is it still a water ride though, boat ride, or is it?
Yes.
So
I'm pretty sure.
I think people would be okay with doing some things to Pirates because they were okay with adding the Johnny Depp character in it, as long as it just stays, Pirates. As long as they don't just say we're done with you,
Yeah,
get rid
it
of
would update it because it kind of went to newer movies and updated it to a battle scene, like the battle scenes and stuff,
Yeah.
where ships were actually floating around and
That'd
stuff.
be all right.
That would be
It
cool.
looked really awesome.
I wish there was more shows in Magic Kingdom.
Then the ones just stuck in front of the castle.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because who wants to? All right, I'm over here now. All right, we got to go stand in the sea of humanity. You're amongst them, and then you're up here and you're watching the show that you can barely see and understand what's going on
Right.
because you're just
Even if you're the first person in line there, you're still 60 yards away from the
Yes.
stage.
Yeah. It does need more shows. Country Bear Jamboree just don't cut it anymore. So,
Well, and I think that's one of the reasons I like going to the Laugh Factory is it's somewhere where you can go and sit down and watch a show, and you got your 10, 15 minutes, whatever it is. Where
it's different every time you go in because the jokes are different. Some of the jokes, but the people doing it, behind where they can see, doing on the mic, they're always different and they have a different, thing going. So,
But But I think Cars and Villains is really going to add a lot to this.
They're doing a lot, and I'm glad they are. Like, Cars would help. Villains, I think, is huge. I think that's awesome that they're doing a Villains Land, because they really need to update Tomorrowland. It's became yesterday land to me.
Yeah, it's become the 1950s Tomorrowland. You know, like it's still a nostalgic future world.
Because
But
they were making stuff that they thought would be there today.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, this is what the future looks like.
What the future looks like.
And now it's like we're going there, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is what
this was that 1980s.
1980s.
The only reason I even go in that direction is for the Laugh Factory.
Yeah. Man, see,
Not Buzz.
I love Buzz, but
I haven't got to ride it.
At all?
I don't think that any of my kids have rode it.
Oh, okay.
So I love Buzz. I love you get to control the cart and stuff, but the shooting is so bad in that thing. You're aiming somewhere and it's shooting over in the 20 degrees left, and it's like awful.
Space Mountain. I only ride it now is if there's somebody that's with me that hasn't rode it. That's only. Once again, that's another back adjuster.
Yeah,
it is.
When I think of Space Mountain, for some reason I think of Ric Flair.
Cars, though, the track cars at Disneyland are better than the ones here. The ones here, of course, the tube where you sit 3 people. Mm-hmm. The ones at Disneyland are your traditional side by side, and it's just more comfortable, and it doesn't feel like you're going to have your head cut off.
Yeah,
at Disneyland. The one thing that I've always said since I've been going is that they ought to change the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse to Tarzan.
That would be cool.
To Tarzan, and just because
Swiss Family Robinson's got to be like the oldest thing that's in there, right?
Once they got rid of Tom Sawyer, I would say it has to be. Now, well, you got Snow White. Snow White was their first cartoon.
Yeah.
So, but live action stuff, I'd say, Swiss Family is based on the book?
The book, yeah.
But yeah. I always thought, I was like, I went through it. First time I went, and Parker was just a baby, 2 years old. So, and we walked through that thing, and I went, that's it?
That was it.
And I was like, at least you could do is make it, interesting,
It's just a tree house.
But now you can do it Tarzan, and I don't know. I don't know what they can do. It's Disney. Think of something, and because all that is a time waster.
Do they still have the talking Mickey in City Hall? No,
there is no longer a talking Mickey.
Boo.
There is no longer a talking Mickey, and that was awesome when he was there.
Yes.
It was so cool. I like the talking Mickey. Yeah. The first time we went to go see him, and I don't know if you were there. I think it was just me and your mom. And she saw him and started talking, and she just kind of went. I didn't tell her that he talked because she didn't know. And he started talking, and she just looks at me, and she was like, then she starts talking to him, and he's like, oh, well, starts down, and we're letting him take a picture. And she walks out and she goes, I just talked to Mickey Mouse. And she starts crying. And I was like, yeah, you didn't know he talked, did you? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, so I really wish they'd bring it back, because could you imagine some of the kids' faces?
Exactly.
Them actually getting to talk to somebody.
Yeah, because most of the characters they meet, if they're not if they're not an actual person, if they're inside a costume, they're not talking. If you see Mickey talk like that, the kid would probably be like, oh my God, is that Mickey? Is that Mickey?
Is that really him?
Yeah. I can see it now, just freaking out.
I wish they would open up the castle also. We used to be able to walk through it, and they've kind of closed that off now.
Sorry.
I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
You said something about the circus area.
Yeah. Okay. So the circus area,
which has Barnstormer, right?
Barnstormer, Dumbo, So that's pretty much. I mean, it's almost like Dumbo Land. It's like the circus blew into town,
Yeah.
and Dumbo. Are there 2 Dumbos now or 3 Dumbo rides? I can't remember. There's 2 or 3, like different sets of elephants. I want to say there's 2.
I think there's 2.
I think there's 2.
I'm trying to think. I just remember 2.
But I mean, all right, it's run its course.
Yeah.
It could be something else. It could be. I'd like to see Toontown come back again, and it'd be like Mickey and his friends again, all hanging out over there. I mean, that would be just a good place for all the gang to hang out.
What's great is we basically said anything to the right of once you walk in to Magic Kingdom just needs to be redone. Everything that's on the right.
That left side is so nostalgic that it's hard to touch.
Yeah.
And like the only thing I can say is like update it.
Well,
Yeah.
they're already doing like the villains.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're already doing
villains.
Cars. So it's like, they did Tiana already right here.
Mm-hmm.
Then you
So
just
it's
have,
like
Pirates,
Yeah.
Jungle Cruise.
you could do, Pirates Building's huge. That sticks out here behind it, and then Jungle Cruise. Redo the Tarzan treehouse, and
A Tarzan would be awesome.
yeah.
Just like Phil Collins, you'll be in my heart playing while you're
Hey,
strangers
why not?
like me.
4 hours a day,
Have
Phil
some-
Collins on loop.
Yes.
at different spots have maybe like different characters from the movie, like the gorilla that Rosie O'Donnell voiced, have her sitting over to the side. Have Tarzan up there for, goodness sake. He had his own show at Animal Kingdom at one time. It was a skateboarding show. And that was freaking awesome, too.
I never knew that.
Oh, it was great. It was a great show. Tarzan Rocks. And it was set to the music of the show of Tarzan, but they rode around on skateboards and everything. That was crazy. And then they got it with Nemo. They replaced it with Nemo, which I'm okay with, but it was still
Would
awesome.
you add anything Jungle Book? They did a live action. It wasn't. It was like 10 years ago, I think.
Then you go back to Magic Kingdom if you want to do Jungle Book, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, I thought we saw. I started watching the game for a second. I thought we saw Magic Kingdom. My bad.
Yeah. I mean, we are still in Magic Kingdom, but
Sorry, we got to pause.
Sorry.
There was a dead moment.
The UK Tennessee game is on while we're recording this, so
Once again, we're lollygagging.
we're lollygagging.
I was watching Away Missed the Free Throw, and I was sitting there
no.
like,
So
then they just went down and scored. So.
the other thing, the sit-down restaurants in this place. Why do they have to be for the elite palate people? I don't need a Michelin 5-star meal when I go to a theme park.
No,
Why does the
If I'm
And
going to
if
do
I-
that, Ratatouille better be cooking it. Like, it
you better be under somebody's hat pulling some hair?
Ribby.
But I mean, the Skipper Canteen thing, and the I don't know what was the other one. Tortuga Tavern.
Yeah.
I think all those now are going to have like more upscale food.
Really?
Now I know now Tortuga Tavern is also going to sell alcohol like Skipper's does, but the food's just
And I've never done the Beauty and the Beast meal. What's that called?
be our guest.
Yeah, be our guest. I've never done.
I've heard it's really good. It's just very pricey, of course, but
See, I heard it's really overrated because
okay.
because
It was $100.
beauty may or may not come out.
Really? Okay.
And then you are not allowed to even touch the Beast.
Yes.
Really? I
Yes.
didn't know that either. Okay.
Yeah, the Beast is
Cool.
not allowed to be jungle. Okay, yeah, the Skipper Canteen. So that's the one that you can get. You can also get beer at. But I mean,
But you can't walk around like it has to be in there. You can't
It's-
walk around the park with it.
right? You have to drink it in there.
I think
But-
having alcohol would help people.
I don't think they'll ever do that.
But I know they won't, because this is one of the worst parts about just people in general,
Yeah.
like other park goers, are just in the worst mood possible.
So
'Cause
I
it's
mean,
hot.
like the dinner,
And I don't
dinner
blame 'em.
entree there is all right. So the best thing they have is a grilled steak. Then you go to fish, catch of the day. Well, we're talking about where we had a park with kids. Now, so
Yeah.
tastes like chicken because it is. So some kind of pork, then some kind of vegetable stew, then a noodle bowl.
Is this
and then
Skippers?
this is all Skippers.
Okay.
And then duck fried rice. So I mean, like, okay, I get it that you want to be like, okay, look, we've got some fancy food here.
Where's my chicken nuggets?
I'm trying to get down to the kids part.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I mean, I'm with you. Like, just make good, just make good food. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just make good food.
I don't have to have duck.
Duck is delicious.
I'm at a park. I don't need duck as an option.
Okay, so the kids is coconut curry concoction, a cola braised barbecue beef, a macaroni and cheese, and crispy chicken. But this, I don't think it is.
It's probably a tender.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say if it's a tender.
Okay.
Then there's grilled chicken. And then you have seasoned vegetables, mashed potatoes. Well, this is like what kids want. I know as a parent, you're like, I want my kid to eat. Well, you're at a theme park. Get him a corn dog at Casey's. You know, get him little mini corn dogs. Get him those shoestring fries. Sit him down and let him look at the castle or her at the castle while you sit there and eat. I mean, come on.
We need to update Cosmic Rays. As much as I love it, a little outdated.
I think that's one of the things
that was one of the things that the Dapper Manatee
was
guy
it? Okay.
said.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I
he
did.
did.
But
That is one of the things he said.
Because it's one of the only places I can get chicken there.
But it does need an upgrade.
But it needs an update.
Why not a new theme? Why not?
I hate that I'm going in there and just dudes playing this music. I'm like, dude,
It could be a dude
who
playing
are
music.
you? I don't even know who you are.
I mean, it's in Tomorrowland.
Yes,
Once
it
again,
is.
we don't care if we cross. We don't care if we cross. Intellectual property. Let the Cantina band play while they're in there or something. I mean, do something. Just I get it. Sunny Eclipse is a funny guy. While he plays his little piano.
You all can't see us, but Parker's eyes said otherwise.
Funny's a stretch.
So Parker didn't feel that sarcasm. So
I didn't feel it. I was also I heard funny. I was trying to watch the game again. And I was like, funny. Sunny what?
Sunny Eclipse, go see him at your.
Where's my meal? I'm trying to eat my chicken nuggets.
The best thing, and I think they've taken away. I think that Dapper guy's right. They took away the fixins bar, like where you could get as many toppings as you wanted. So,
yeah, you got to get Garrison out of there for sure.
Ooh.
So there's a scuffle during the UK Tennessee basketball game, and it looks like Kentucky's going to pull this out 80-78.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And
they're probably just going to let them go because I think it was after the buzzer.
And so now I don't think they're going to send them through the line. Everybody's going to shake hands, coaches wise. But Pope's telling the team, get your butt in the locker room now. Do not. Yeah, so Kentucky pulls out one in Knoxville again.
Still another one in Knoxville.
After being down most of that game.
We got to
come
leave
back
with a
in
minute left in the game the first time.
And
how much time do we have left?
Probably about 10, 15.
So anything else you want to add to Magic Kingdom?
No, it needs a lot of work, especially for people that don't have kids and aren't in it for the nostalgia stuff. But I really think Villains and Cars is going to be a very, very well needed refurbishment and addition there.
Yeah,
so, and I'm glad they're doing it.
Yeah, it's a good step in the right direction. Yeah, they're doing a good job.
They haven't added anything new to Magic Kingdom, like a new land.
No, not
new
land.
They've had new,
yeah,
never any new lands, right?
Forever. I mean, I don't think they've ever had new lands. No, it's always been Adventureland, Frontierland, Liberty Square, Fantasyland, Tomorrowland. That's it. And then the Castle, the Hub, then Main Street USA. I mean, why not put a ride on Main Street? I'm just sitting here just
And
thinking about.
You talking about congestion? We were talking about congestion in
There-
Hollywood.
There's a little alleyway.
Yes,
You remember because
you can put
when
it,
you went in for Hollywood
Yeah.
or for the Halloween,
Yes.
and you go around the back way.
Yeah, I'd be all right with that, but I don't think like you could put it on Main
Main
Street.
Yeah.
Plus, they've got the rails there for the parades and stuff
Yeah.
too. So.
The Plaza restaurant needs to be redone too. That's you can get chicken there
I
too.
didn't know that.
So
Another place.
the biggest thing. All right. So now I was going to go and talk about outside. This will be real quick. Outside all the parks, transportation. I think they could extend the Skyliner
Yep.
to different resorts to give the resorts more access to that. I would like to see them even expand the monorail. What needs another mode of transportation is Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
Yeah.
It needs another transportation.
I don't think they'll ever put a Skyliner there just because.
It is so far. It's in the middle of freaking nowhere. It's the farthest park away from everything besides Magic Kingdom. The cost to do the monorail out to there would be outrageous. So would doing the Skyliner. I mean, could you imagine riding the Skyliner out that far?
And just imagine if, God forbid, it stopped while you were going to Magic Kingdom and you're in the middle of that sucker.
You would have to have
already scared to-
hubs.
I'm already scared to over
stops.
the lake
Yeah, like when we go over the lake at the
between
Art
Art
of
of
Animation Pop. It's like you're gliding over Hourglass, and he's
And I'm
like,
sitting there like, oh,
he's like, no. He has to sit with his back when we come into the stops because it looks like we're going to hit the other cars.
so I can't watch it. So I gotta watch Dad
my-
behind us,
And my favorite saying is, "Coming in hot."
bracing for impact.
There's some that you're like, "Are we going to stop?"
Yeah, just transportation in general though needs updates. So
I just think they need more buses.
There we go.
honestly.
That was my next. More buses, because you see them drive around. If you see people standing at the bus stop,
Yeah.
pick them up,
Yep.
call it in. If you're like a roamer, have roamers.
Yep.
Like, look, I'm a bus. I'm a rogue bus. I'm driving around. I dropped these guys off at Riviera or whatever, just whatever resort. I'm picking. All right, I look. That one's got the most in the line. I'm pulling up there. I'm picking these guys up now. All right, now I'm heading to this park. All right, I pull up. I drop them off. All right, looks like a bunch need to be taken to Old Key West. I pull in there and take them. It's efficient. I know it might drive the system crazy, but still, I mean, just use more buses. It'd make people a lot happier. You'd have a lot less people getting mad. And
Well, see, we stayed at Port Orleans Riverside this last time, and that was one of the things I liked so much is we went to the Springs either 2 or 3 different times just because all we had to do was hop on a boat there and just rode the boat ride down there. It was a cool little ride. Did several things around the Springs, and which I still think they could do more there if they chose to.
oh
yeah,
I just don't. I don't know why they don't. They want it more of like a shopping center.
it needs more entertainment.
Yeah.
More
It's got
entertainment.
that one stage there.
Yeah.
in the movie theater.
Yeah.
In the movie theater, and then the Cirque du Soleil show.
Yeah.
Oh,
certain-
And then,
They
but
have
it
a
used to have
bowling.
Disney Quest where you could go in as all that interactive video game stuff, and that was then they had a short-lived NBA City or NBA whatever,
Yeah, I
and
remember that, yeah.
it didn't last very long. But I mean, they need more interactive stuff down there and more entertainment.
I mean-
I like the show. I mean, I like the shops, although some of the shops are so
Hoity-toity.
yeah.
Hoity-toity.
Back to the food.
Yeah.
That even the shops down there, you're like, all right, I'm not going into Kate Spade,
Yeah.
or and I know some people like Kate Spade, but you're at a theme park.
Yeah. I think there's even a stinking Coach store or something.
Yeah,
down
there's
there.
a Coach store. Hagen would love. There's a watch store down there. That every time once you walk straight in, it's the first store you
First
pass.
store you-
And there's watches galore. Every time I walk by it, I go, Well, we'd lose Hagen for at least a half an hour there, an hour, if we ever went to Disney with him.
Kids had a blast at the Lego store, though. Lego store's cool.
But that's fun. There's so much stuff that they can do.
Yeah.
I think they need it.
As much as Disney owns, they have so much potential they could put in there, just entertainment-wise. I mean, they own ESPN.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Why'd they take ESPN sports thing away? I mean, there's no place to watch a game for us sports people. There's no place to watch a game now. So if there's a big game on, you have to go back to your room. Well, Disney, you don't want them to do that.
Right.
Why did you take away the ESPN sports?
That was so much fun going there and watching.
You go in there and they had all these TVs. I watched the 2015 Final Four where we lost to Wisconsin, and there was a bunch of Wisconsin jerks there. And I just told them, I was like, y'all just, y'all have fun. Y'all never get to be in the Final Four. You just have fun. We're there all the time, so you just, enjoy it. So
I do. They've got Hard Rock Cafe there. They've got or not Hard Rock.
Planet Hollywood.
Planet Hollywood.
Rainforest. Rainforest is what I'm thinking about.
Planet Hollywood's that big dome that's right next to Coke. As far as I
didn't think it was. They also have that STK restaurant that's really expensive.
The Boathouse that's really expensive.
There's another paddle.
T-Rex is there. Is T-Rex still there?
T-Rex is still there.
Yeah. And then we ate at this one little cool little spot. I think your dad told me about that. We got awesome fish and chips from.
Oh, okay. There's a nice pizza place there.
You're talking about the Dublin place?
Yes.
What's the pizza place? Pizza Point or something like that?
Oh, yeah. That one next to the Hideaway.
Yes.
The
second best pizza on the property behind Viennapoli.
Really?
Yeah, easily.
Awesome.
I had to trick Bryn. She thought she only liked catfish, and I told her we were going to get fish and chips. And she was like, "Was it catfish?" And I was like, "Well, of course it is." I knew it was cod.
No, Planet Hollywood's still open.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was codfish, but so I let her eat it all. She was like, "That was really good." I was like, "Good. I'm glad you liked it. That was codfish." And she was like, "Oh, I guess I like cod."
Yeah, that pizza place. They go to the barbecue place. What's the barbecue place?
Polite Pig.
Yep.
So they go to the Polite Pig. I'll get the waffle fries because the waffle fries are fantastic. But after they get done with I go to the pizza place, and I love that place so much.
The pizza place is awesome. The huge slices and everything. So, well, I think that wraps it up.
Yeah, I
think
you like the first episode of the Lollygaggers.
We could easily do another episode on Disney.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! But there's no telling us what we'll do next.
Yeah, the whole point of this was just whatever comes to mind, we'll do it.
Yeah, whatever we feel like talking about.
What are they lollygagging to talking about?
Yeah.
And I hope y'all like the intro. I'm working on it a little more, but
it's great.
Yeah,
I had to put that clip in there because that's where we got the name. Where they got the name from. So
it's so funny. So I hope you enjoyed the first episode. There will be more to come. Hopefully, it's a frequent more to come. Hopefully, every other week or as many times as we can get together because all of us are right here. Close. Well, I say right here close. Ryan's still inside, but he's still close enough. But anyway, hope everybody enjoyed the episode and. We'll see everybody next time on the Lollygaggers.
See you. Peace.